Oh, oh, everyone has a story? Interesting. I hope it talks for me. Oh, it doesn't. Blue. The floor, the ceiling, the furnishings. Everything is blue. Alright. Is Marie talking? It's quite unlike what I normally see throughout my day. And yet, my heart is mysteriously calm. I recognize the slight rumbling as an engine and realize that I'm in a car. Or rather, someplace else I recognize.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
The old man with the bizarre face sitting before me makes an expression that appears to be a smile. Oh, okay, we're roasting Igor? That's crazy. Sitting quietly next to the old man is a woman as beautiful and delicate as an ice sculpture.
Ah, it seems we have a guest with an intriguing destiny. My name is Igor. I am delighted to make your acquaintance.
The Velvet Room. Igor. Even though I'm barely conscious, I remember that this is not the first time I've heard those names. I see, this is a dream. This happened in the past. I've been in this room before. If my memory is correct, what he says next
This
is...
place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. It is a room that only those who are bound by a contract may enter. It may be that such a fate awaits you in the near future.
Whoa. The words I expect to hear fall from the old man's mouth. I'm surprised that I still remember them. Another me, the one not in the dream. Can't help but smile at that.
Now then, why don't you introduce yourself?
I remember this too. When I said my name here, it forged a contract with them. And so I answer. You Narukami. When I open my eyes, the light is so blinding that I have to squint. For a moment, I can't figure out where I am when I look around.
Right. I was on my way back.
Oh, he's voiced. Okay. I mutter to myself and look out the window. The sky is somewhat cloudy, unfortunately, but the scenery is as peaceful as always. It seems that I fell asleep on the train headed to the countryside, where I spent the last year in Inaba. If I recall correctly, when I first came to that town, it was an afternoon just like this. I dozed off in the same way back then and was summoned to the Velvet Room. That was when Igor said misfortunes would befall me, and just as he foretold, I was dragged into an outrageous murder mystery. That was no ordinary case. The Midnight Channel, Shadows, and Persona, the power of the heart. I saw things that could scarcely be believed. But I made memories there that could never be replaced as well. We gained the powers of personas, and we suffered together. I stood with my friends on the investigation team against these misfortunes and fought alongside them. There's no way I could have overcome such ordeals without their help.
Wonder what everyone's been up to.
After solving the mystery, it was decided I would leave Inaba since my parents would be returning from overseas around the same time. It's been about 2 months since I last saw them all, as they said goodbye to me at the train station. I had decided to stay at the Dojima residence during Golden Week so that I could spend the holiday with my friends. Of course, my uncle was happy to hear this, and his only daughter, Nanako, should be glad to see me too. Oh my god, my throat.
Oh, damn it. I still haven't picked up Yosuke's gift.
Well, it is something quite particular, I guess. Actually, I'd received a call from Teddy, one of my investigation team friends, this morning. The details of the conversation were a bit troublesome.
Hello? Is this Sensei?
Yeah, what's up?
The way the mouth moves.
I'm really sorry to bring this up, but I forgot to tell you something very important. I have a special request for the souvenirs I'm sure you'll be bringing your bear's friend.
Teddy, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to tell people what you want them to bring you as souvenirs. I already have souvenirs for everyone, but oh well. Sure enough, Teddy was only asking for some snacks that aren't sold in Inaba, so it wasn't much trouble. But there was one
Oh,
problem.
and one more thing. Can I ask you to pick up something for Yosuke too?
I was planning on bringing something for everyone anyway, but go ahead.
Cool! Well, Yosuke's been down in the dumps after his mommy burned his favorite nurse.
What? I don't even know what this means.
She was what I called scorching hot. Just kidding.
A nurse?
Aw, come on, Sensei. You know what I'm talking about. His nurse magazine with the chest examinations and the bear behinds.
Oh.
I see. And you expect me to buy him a replacement?
Of course, silly. People coming to visit are supposed to bring presents.
All right. Oh, I was planning to head back tomorrow, but since we're meeting up early, I decided to go back today. Can you pass that on to everyone?
Aha! Then the sexy nurses will be arriving even sooner.
Alright.
It'll be like, Sensei, we have an emergency patient. Yusuke will be so happy. Okay then, we'll be waiting for you.
I'm a little worried now. I hope he isn't telling everybody something that would give them the wrong idea. Well, I should just call again once I get there. In the end,
Nurses, huh?
I wasn't able to pick one up for him. How can I put it? I'd feel bad for Yosuke if I gave him that magazine, and every time he opened it, his friend's face kept popping up in his head. And I have to think, Yosuke has his pride too. He doesn't need me buying him this stuff. Hello, Max. Then again, this is Yosuke we're talking about. I'm sure he'll understand if I explain my reasoning. What's going on, Peroxide? Probably.
Now pulling into Yaso Inaba. This will be the last stop. Yaso Inaba.
Oh,
End of the line already. It looks like I've been asleep for a lot longer than I thought. Just as that thought came to me, a certain worry crossed my mind. If I had a dream of the Velvet Room, does that mean I'm going to be dragged into another adventure? No, I shouldn't think such things. I'm overthinking it. Igor had said, I'm delighted to make your acquaintance after all, so it's nothing but a dream. It's quite misleading since I've had dreams of being summoned into that room ever since. The train begins to slow, and I take that as my cue to gather my belongings from the luggage rack above me. Luggage. When the train comes to a complete stop and the doors open, even the smell of the wind evokes a sense of nostalgia. Ha 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 ha. I think I'm getting a little too sentimental. I step out to the platform with a wry smile. A bookmark? Is that... Oh, it's just a save slot? Okay. Interesting. I'm standing in front of the train station, but this town is as quiet as it's always been. I realize that the sun has started to set, and the orange sky envelops the world.
What should I do?
It's so cursed to hear him talk, more than like a few words. Today is May 2nd. According to the calendar, the latter half of the holidays will begin tomorrow. I told Dojima-san that I was going to arrive today, but it seems he's been too busy with work to come get me. Ryotaro Dojima. He's my uncle. I stayed with him last year. He's a detective with the Inaba police, and he's raising his elementary school-aged daughter Nanako by himself. It seems that he was suddenly contacted by a detective from the Metropolitan Police Department regarding last year's case and will have to work late. What happened last year was very serious, so I guess it's not too surprising he's so busy. He shouldn't have worried about it. I recall how apologetic he sounded over the phone and can't help smiling. I told him that I knew the way over from the station, but a bag packed with necessities and souvenirs for everyone turns out to be quite a load. Nanako must be waiting for me alone at the house, so I want to get there as soon as possible too. To be honest, I don't know when the bus will come. Maybe I should just call for a taxi? Just as I'm thinking this.
Nanako?
Big bro!
I don't think I'll be able to get over how the mouths move. It looks really funny. It is Nanako. There's no way I'd
You
mistake
came to
her.
meet me all on your own?
Why'd she come to the station all by herself? True, the Dojima residence is within walking distance, but it couldn't have been easy for her. And even though it's still light out right now, it'll get dark soon, and the country roads are barely lit. What would she have done if I hadn't been here? I'm about to voice my concerns, but Nanako sounds slightly proud when she says,
Don't worry, Dad knows about it. He gave me money for the bus. He said he couldn't make it, so I came instead. Welcome back, big bro. I wanted to see you so much.
Thanks. I'm happy to see you again, too.
I see. She must have wanted to show me that she's grown up too. She is around that age after all. For a moment, I'm surprised that Dojima-san let her do this. But I can kind of imagine what kind of conversation took place. Nanako had always been a capable girl, but over the past year, her housekeeping skills have improved greatly, and she's proven herself to be very reliable. She takes the lead in many things within the house, and even Dojima-san can't compete with her sometimes. I can easily imagine that scene in my mind. And it's true that I'm glad someone came to welcome me. I take Nanako's hand and we begin walking side by side.
Well, no sense standing around here. What's in the fridge at home?
Dang. Just gets here and is like, it's time to raid the fridge.
Lots. Dad and I bought a ton of stuff since you were coming to visit.
If Nanako says so, then he really must have bought a lot. Dojima-san did say he'd pick up dinner for us, but if that's the case, maybe I should put together something to go with it. I asked Nanako what she wants to eat, and she looks back with a twinkle in her eyes.
Are you gonna cook dinner? Ooh, I wanna help.
Nanako and I make small talk while we walk through Inaba together for the first time in a little while. Being here like this makes me feel as if I've gone back in time to a year ago. After we get back to the Dojima home, I hurry and unpack my belongings before we head to the kitchen. Nanako helps me out as diligently as she had claimed earlier. The way she mixes the eggs seems more skillful than before. Alright. I'm gonna be real. I don't care.
Good evening. This is the Evening Journal with news for May 2nd. Our top story is on the domestic airline that was hijacked yesterday.
The TV in the living room echoes through the house. Thinking back on it, it was on quite often in this place. When I first came to Inaba, Nanako was practically being raised by the television. There had been this odd sense of distance between us around that time. She hadn't started calling me Big Bro, and we didn't cook together like we're doing now. Right as we're about done making dinner, Dojima-san arrives with some deluxe sushi. Oh, that's cute. Dojima-san apologizes about the sudden increase in his workload, and we all sit at the table and begin eating. What did we make? With eggs? Based on this picture, it kind of looks like we just ditched everything we were making. Wait, he was gone only for 2 months? I thought you said he was gone for a year. Aw, there's a warm atmosphere as if I've always been a part of this family and lived here with them for my entire life. I thank both of them from deep within my heart, and after I give them souvenirs I'd brought for them, we enjoy chatting with each other as a family. Until I went to bed and the Midnight Channel came back.
Phew.
I'm going to bed early. Wow, the room is exactly the same. I'll be able to see my friends tomorrow.
It's raining.
Uh-oh. Well, I spent the last year in Inaba. I was always checking for the Midnight Channel, which was a popular urban legend here in Inaba. It's a bad habit of mine, even when I'm not here.
That brings back some memories. Nothing will show anymore, though.
Surely nothing will show. Will nothing really appear, though? I suddenly have doubts. Why would I think that? After we solved that case, we all confirmed that the Midnight Channel wasn't appearing anymore. The empty screen stays silent.
Just in case.
Or so I thought.
Rivals. They are friends, yet powerful foes. The desperate fighting program amongst high school students. A new legend is about to start.
Be the manliest of all men! Come on down!
Nobody touches his precious Nanako, the sister complex kingpin of steel, you Narukami!
It's only natural.
Wage slave in the boonies by day, hero by night, Captain Resentiment, Yosuke Hanamura!
Everything that bores me has gotta go!
A spunky dragon with deadly legs, the carnivore who's discarded womanhood, Chie Satonaka!
The carnivore who's discarded
Please
womanhood.
escort me to the ring, my prince! The unconquerable
Hello, Lydia.
Snow Black, Yukiko Amagi!
I'll finish you in one strike!
Blooming roses and bulging muzzles, the blood-curdling beefcake emperor, Kanji Tatsumi! Deep into realms of romance, the body of a child, the brain of a genius, the 2000 IQ killjoy detective, Naoto Shirogane!
Is this an army of idiots?
Fight and survive towards the one throne waiting at the end. The P1 Grand Prix where fierce fights will be fought. The battle begins tonight.
What on earth was that?
Oh, dang. Everyone was looking.
What? Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel?
Was that me? Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel. I'm impressed. There's so much wrong with that phrase. I don't know where to begin. No, I shouldn't be thinking about that. Those words aren't the problem here. I hurry to make sure that the TV isn't plugged in. That was the Midnight Channel. Bom bom bom. What it was actually showing was rather ridiculous, but thinking back, everything the Midnight Channel showed last year didn't make much sense either. I'm suddenly gripped by tension. If the Midnight Channel is appearing again, I have to find out why. I pull out my cell phone and search for Yosuke's number.
Hanamura Yosuke.
I quickly hit the call button. Does everyone know about this? Is everyone aware that the Midnight Channel is still being broadcasted? Bro, you is like, how did you guys not know about this? Do they know that it's showing us? And that we've been giving taglines that can only be described as uncharitable?
Hello, this is Yosuke.
Yosuke?
It's nothing. I just freaked out when you called all of a sudden. Yeah, that's it. What's up? Hey, when do you want to meet?
There's no way they are implying what they are implying Yosuke was doing. Oh no. I can tell what's going on just by the sound of his voice. Yosuke knows about what happened on the Midnight Channel just now, and he's trying to hide that from me. Okay, never mind. Okay, I gotta get my mind out of the gutter, I guess. Considering that I've been out of Inaba for a while, I bet he's trying to keep me from worrying about it. There's no need for him to be concerned about that. Then again, I can kind of understand how he feels. I am his friend after all. Yeah, I gotta get my mind out of the gutter, I guess.
And that's not why I was calling. I saw the Midnight Channel. You saw it too, right?
Huh?
I can easily hear Yosuke panicking on the other side of the phone. He's probably surprised that I saw the Midnight Channel when I shouldn't even be in Inaba right now. Yeah, they're friends, alright. He must be thinking that the Midnight Channel is now appearing on a national TV network. Ah, looks like Teddy didn't tell them after all.
Did Teddy not tell you? Since we're meeting up early tomorrow, I decided to come today. I figured you wouldn't think I could have seen it, so I gave you a call.
Well, I assumed you weren't here yet, so I didn't want to rely on you.
Oh. Oh. Yosuke is like, oh, you isn't here? It's time for me to be the leader.
You haven't changed. So how about it? You're not gonna leave this be, are you, Captain Rasantama?
Why'd you zero in on that part? Did you see how they called you a Sister Complex Kingpin?
Mine's not that bad.
You think? Oh, I ought to tell you, that program's not the only strange thing lately.
The other thing is, do you know that there's more than 24 hours in a day? A secret hour hidden behind... I don't know the...
Teddy, Rise, and Kanji aren't here either. They disappeared.
Oh. For a moment, I'm at a loss for words. Not only has the Midnight Channel come back on, we've lost contact with 3 of our friends. I have a bad feeling about this. I can't believe that those 2 things are unrelated.
All right, we should get together tomorrow like we planned.
Yeah, at the Jeunesse food court. Welcome back, partner.
I'm suddenly reminded that I haven't even greeted Yosuke yet. I finally feel the sense of worry fade a little, and I answer with a smile.
It's good to be here.
No matter what has happened, our friends may be in danger. If that's so, then there's only one thing to do. Speaking of things I have to do.
Right. Sorry to say, I forgot to pick up your souvenir.
Bro, this is a certified Persona 4 moment right here. They did a great job of making a spin-off. They're like crazy intense music, crazy intense situation. Starts playing the trumpets start going off because it's happy time. We're talking about happy things now.
A souvenir? Don't even worry about it, man.
You sure? I thought you were really looking forward to it. Those nurses.
Nurses?
I had a feeling he wouldn't get it if I don't tell him flat out. This is rather hard to bring up, but oh well.
Teddy asked me to get it for you. He said you were crushed that they got burned.
Oh, wait, this is all...
I didn't know you were into nurses.
Shut up! That's enough! Damn it, you're trying to wind me up, aren't you? Stay home, you jerk.
But I'm already here. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
At least it seems like he understands about his souvenir. In any case, the preparations have been made. Tomorrow, I'll meet with everyone to sort through whatever information we have on this situation. If we have to, we'll go back into that world. It'd be best if this was all just our imaginations. But unfortunately, we know that the Midnight Channel wouldn't have appeared without a reason. I should make sure I'm ready for tomorrow and get some rest. Bro. Oh, there's so much text. I did not know this when I started playing this. This place is lively as always. I look across the food court on Juness' roof for the first time in a while. Even though there aren't many people in Inaba, this place is exceptionally crowded. Plus, it's Golden Week as well. I feel like it's busier than usual. I happen to run into Yosuke at the elevators. We briefly greet each other. Yeah, I don't talk this much when I stream. I feel like I'm being forced to. Wait. Okay. I just conveniently stopped at this line. I happen to run into Yosuke at the elevators. We briefly greet each other. Guys are weird like that. What is weird? Oh. The closer we are, the more simple our interactions when we meet each other face to face. What? The two of us step out to the food court. We immediately find Yukiko and Chie. They wave back at us past the playground area from the bench they're sitting on.
Good to see you guys again.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to understand.
Welcome back! We missed you! The guest of honor's finally here! You're looking well. Welcome back. Should we...
Why is Chie talking like that?
Huh? Oh, he already knows about the Midnight Channel thing. He's actually the one who called me up about it.
Oh, I see. This has turned into a pretty thrown-together reunion, hasn't it? But I'm glad you came.
We chat some more while we all sit down. Then, Yosuke stands up and clears his throat loudly. He's probably been waiting for the right moment to say something. He hasn't mentioned anything to me, but I can easily guess what he's about to say. I can't. We all look towards
Well,
Yosuke.
It sucks that we can't hang out more before jumping into another mystery, but to celebrate our partner's return,
The mouth movement is so funny.
I hereby reinstate the investigation team in response to the Midnight Channel going back on the air last night.
Oh, the team is back! Just hearing that name again gets me all fired up. Yeah, let's do this!
I don't think the applause is necessary.
Why not? It's been 2 months since we last saw each other, after all. Chie and Yukiko start chuckling when I shrug, and though Yosuke seems saddened at that, he still ends up laughing along as well. It's a relief to see they're the same as always, but because of that, it makes me even more worried about the friends that aren't here right now. Oh my gosh, I got like a burp. We can't start slacking off. We begin to sort through the information we know about already. Now it's gonna play the thinking music.
Well, let's get cracking. I mean, this is no laughing matter.
What did I say?
No one's heard from Teddy, Kanji, or Rise. Just those three, right?
Some classic Persona recapping of facts right here. These situations remind me about in Persona 5 when the Joker like faking his death moment happens, and for like the next like week in game they just explain it, what happened to you, over and over and over again.
Yeah. Oh, I got a hold of Naoto-kun, but I didn't tell her about this stuff.
Yeah, I know. Like, literally, I think that fake out is a great moment, but it's so soured. Like, I really don't feel like it's that complicated. What happened? Like, have them explain it once, but literally, like, on, like, the next, like, a week from the time that it happens, they're like, hey, do you guys remember how cool it was when Joker actually went into Sai's palace where the police station was? But since Sai doesn't view the police station as a corrupted area in her life, it's the same as it was. And the next day, Futaba's like, hey Joker, it's really nice to see you after you came out of Sai's palace. It's just, oh, come on.
She told me she couldn't make it today because of her job, so I didn't want to worry her. She seemed pretty bummed that she couldn't be here too.
I need to look up when this game came out. I need to know if it came out before or after Golden. This game came out after Golden. I'm surprised they didn't go with, like, new designs and not just the Persona 4 designs. Because the Persona 4 Golden true ending, like, meme picture is... you end the game in, like... I feel like it's around, like, March or something. Or April. Then you go back home, and I'm pretty sure you come back during the summer. And that's when you take the picture and you see everyone in their, like, slightly different clothing outfit things. Because I'm just trying to think, because Marie is in this game. So, I think it takes place at the same time that Golden does, but Maria's in this game, so I'm like, that makes me think they would acknowledge Golden, but whatever. If she has a reason for not being here and we can still contact her, then Naoto should be fine. That leaves Teddy, Rise, and Kanji. Not hearing back from them after an entire day has passed isn't normal at all. The relationship between their sudden disappearances and their reappearance at the Midnight Channel last night disturbs me.
One thing's been bothering me. The picture on the TV was very clear last night.
Yeah. Going by the pattern from last year, it wouldn't be that clear until after the victim entered the TV.
Hey, isn't this the first time a big group of people was shown together? Plus, we're still here. Why us anyway? And what's up with those insulting descriptions?
GA seems pretty angry about it. Many of the locals know about the rumor of the Midnight Channel. In other words, this troubling broadcast has been seen by who knows how many people. From what I've been told, the moment Chie tried to ask another student about the Midnight Channel, the other girl ran away with a look of fear on her face. It's no surprise that Chie would be angry. What, you don't want to be called the carnivore who abandoned her womanhood or something?
What
In
bothers
the
me
end.
most is Teddy. He was acting like the host of that show.
Yeah, and we can't find him.
This smells fishy. Then again, I doubt he would play a prank like this for no reason.
I guess we'll just have to go inside the TV and find out what's going on.
That's right, go inside the TV. Out of everything, that was the element that shook our common sense the most out of everything we experienced last year. Actually, the murders in last year's events happened in another world inside the television. Okay, I don't...
Were we stuck in there without Teddy to give us an exit?
Okay, yep.
Not so. I've had Teddy keep the exit TV out on that side.
Look at you, all prepared.
I mean, think about it. What if we were half asleep and fell into a TV when Teddy wasn't over there? Isn't that a scary thought?
Like anyone would be that clumsy.
This is the new Chie voice actor, but she's just talking weird. She's like... She ends her sentences weird. Like she's like clumsy. She sounds like she's pretending to talk fancy, like a fancy person, stereotypically.
Anyway, it sounds like it's safe for us to go investigate then.
Yeah, it just sounds so weird. Based on your message, I think you agree. So I'm glad it's not me if that's the case, or not just me.
Yeah, there's no doubt that something's going on in there. Is everyone ready?
I'll never be able to get used to this. You talking.
We're all good to go. To tell the truth, I had a hunch that this was going to happen.
We all share a look to confirm our intentions. All of them nod back. I can see the seriousness in their eyes. Even though there was a 2-month gap since I last saw them, they still continue to put their trust in me. I feel a slight sense of pride as I stand up from the bench. Yep.
It's a holiday, so the store's full of people.
I feel like things are picking up around town.
Why is you wearing his school uniform? He does not go to that school anymore.
It's been a while since last time. I'm a little nervous.
Whoa, wait! There are still people in this aisle!
Hey, get ready! The customers are going away! Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go!
I'm pretty sure in the previous talking session he was wearing a different outfit. Oh, this is cool.
Isn't this different from usual? Oh no! What do we do?
Oh, instead of being white on black, now it's black on white. Or other way around. What's messed up is we're about to drop into the TV world, but we're not going to hear the really awesome song for when you're in the TV world lobby. I hear a voice. It's a woman's voice. Is it Elizabeth? Or Igus or Labris? It sounds familiar to me. This voice is no one that I mentioned.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
I don't sense that distinctive floating feeling that I usually have when I enter the TV world. When I concentrate, I realize that I must be sitting in a chair. The moment I open my eyes, I see vibrant blue, the Velvet Room. I visited this place an untold number of times last year, and once more in my dreams yesterday. I never thought I would return to this place.
It's not a dream this time? What's going on? Didn't my contract end already?
Igor, who usually sits front and center, is nowhere to be seen. The one to greet me is the woman with silver hair, Margaret. Could this be a personal summoning then? That happened a few times last year too. Margaret smiles as if she senses my suspicions.
This room is tied to your fate. Nothing that occurs here is meaningless. Though you reached an end to one journey, you now find yourself here again. This shows that you will once again be faced with a question.
A question? And something really is going on?
Another mystery has appeared, and we are about to be dragged into it again. Could that be what she means?
From here on, what befalls you will upset your status quo.
Upset?
It is true that you've opened the door once already, but all things change. Nothing ever remains the same. What you gained before will change over time as well. You will have to face them once again.
Face them? Again?
Again? The first thing that Margaret's words stir up in my mind is the sight of my friends' smiling faces. Is that going to change? No, that can't be true. And face them again? That's impossible. Once I wake up and leave this room, I should still be with my friends. There's no need to jump to conclusions. But Margaret appears to have anticipated my thoughts and smiles while narrowing her eyes.
Show me how you will proceed down the path that awaits beyond the door you've opened.
Am I gonna fight her? My vision wavers and the blue light before me vanishes quickly. Wait, I still need to know what you mean by those words.
Where am I?
Oh, I didn't think they would play this song. I thought they would play a P4AU original song. Let's go. Where did I get thrown to when I left that blue room? The scenery is so unexpected that I'm at a loss. This is a school. It's the music room of Yasogami High. I attended this school with my friends until recently. There's no mistaking it. We entered the TV together, so why am I here? No, that's not right.
No, wait. This has to be the TV world.
The graffiti on the ground. Shoes placed like there's some kind of ritual. Oh, that is weird. There's just shoes surrounding the piano. That's okay. The eerily shining eyes on the portraits on the wall. The more carefully I look, the more I realize this place is not the real Yasogami High. Most of all, I sense no... Okay. They're going a little too hard with the descriptions here. I feel like they're really just trying to fill dialogue. Most of all, I sense no warmth from this place, like I always did from the students who would come and go from here. Everyone was so warm. This is a fake. I remember when... Oh wait, I actually didn't do the music girl social link. I was thinking of the theater girl. Never mind. Okay, come on. This is a fake. It's definitely not the school I attended.
This has never happened before.
What? Oh my god. Miguel, this is so cringe. Did you complete the story mode, Miguel, when you played this game? Dude, you already realized your friends are not with you. Alright, well, I have been live for 45 minutes, and this is all I've done, is gone through text so far, so, yeah. I start to feel chills down my spine and look around.
Hello! Sorry for the wait!
Oh god.
Greetings, boys and girls of Yasogami! The P1 Grand Prix is about to begin! There's no need for manners or courtesy or anything today, so let it all hang out! Tell us how you really feel!
Rise. Who we... Okay.
What the?
What was the point? I shout out questions, but she doesn't answer. I look around in surprise. These voices, yeah. I see countless students staring at me from the hallways and the entrance everywhere I turn.
May I have your attention, please? I, Rosette, will be your commentator. But first, the General has a few words for you all.
What's going on? Why are there so many people inside the TV world? And as if on cue, the monitor in the music room turns on. What appeared on it was Teddy. He was wearing a strange hat and cape, just like he did on the Midnight Channel last night. I love how Teddy looks with this hat and cape.
You're all here now. Well then, I'm proud to announce the opening of our very own P1 Grand Prix!
Again, that's the same bizarre tournament that was shown on the Midnight Channel. Then, is Teddy really the one behind this
Teddy,
insanity?
what's going on here? We came to look for you and Rise and...
Yeah, it's really cool.
Always with the talking, Sensei. It's a big waste of time. Less talk and more fighting. With the next challenger, come on down.
Oh, am I finally gonna fight someone? Teddy looks away and makes a dismissive gesture. Smoke suddenly bursts out from underneath me and robs me of any visibility. Is there someone beyond that white curtain? Eventually, my field of vision begins to clear. I keep my guard up, expecting anything. But who should appear but Yosuke? Wait. Why is Persona 3 music playing when Yosuke shows up? Okay. Though I hadn't expected to run into him like this, I'm relieved to see that he's safe. Teddy did say something about a challenger just a moment ago. I recall that the P1 Grand Prix that appeared on the Midnight Channel looked a lot like some kind of fighting competition. Wait, am I supposed to fight Yosuke now? That's not funny at all.
Right. They're expecting you and me to fight.
Looks like. Sheesh, what's Teddy thinking?
Starting that up already? I won't let you get all buddy-buddy with each other.
Yeah, I guess.
These battles are fought to the death. Only the victor can proceed.
This joke's gone on far enough, Teddy. We're not gonna play along with that.
I look over at Yosuke, hoping that he would agree with me. But it's Shadow Yosuke! But he doesn't appear interested in what I have to say.
I guess he should declare me the winner then.
Yosuke?
What? You don't plan on fighting, right? That means I win by default.
That was not what I was expecting to hear. What's gotten into you, Yosuke? Do you have some reason to be talking like this? I can't figure out what's going on. Yosuke continued to speak in a carefree manner, and said something that I simply could not believe.
Oh, but is that okay with you? I mean, since Nanako-chan's here and all?
Nanako's here?
Wait, really? You haven't seen her? She's with Teddy.
That can't be. I will kill Yosuke. I saw Nanako back at the house when I left this morning, and even then, Nanako can't enter the TV world on her own. What if it's true? Okay.
Where is she? Yosuke, where's Nanako?
Yosuke, it's me, the sister complex kingpin of steel. I must find her.
Whoa, what's gotten into you, partner? No need to get hysterical.
Why are you so calm about this? You know what happened to her last time she came here.
Nanako did come into this world once, last year. I really hate that they're saying last year, because it's been 2 months in between Persona 4 and now. It was not something any one of us would have wanted to happen. That was the start of this whole chain of events. Remembering them is heart-wrenching, even now. So why? No. Even then, it might be wrong for me to lash out at Yosuke for the way he's acting.
Yosuke, be straight with me. Are you sure Nanako is with Teddy?
How should I know? If I had to guess, I'd say she's probably still with him. Man, are you alright? Are you that worried about Nanako-chan? It's no wonder people look at you funny, thinking you have a sister complex.
The sense of wrongness that I've been feeling this whole time is getting even stronger. True, Yosuke may say some insensitive things, but mostly that's because he reads too much into a situation and acts out over it. He's not the type of guy to enjoy making hurtful remarks like
Yosuke,
this.
are you alright?
Huh? What are you talking about? I should be the one saying that to you. She's not even your real sister. All that big bro stuff really creeps me out.
Oh, damn. He's turning heel.
It was a while ago that I saw her. It's probably too late to save her now. You know how things went last year, after all.
Yosuke.
He's definitely not the Yosuke I know. Yosuke is my friend. He wouldn't be so callous as that. At least I thought so, up until now. He was the one who had to face the pain of losing someone he cared about when the murders first started last year. I can't hate him for accidentally mentioning someone who is dead, but the way he's acting, he's doing this on purpose. I silently draw my sword and face
Draw
Yosuke.
your weapon. You'll get your fight.
What? Dude, what are you saying? You told me you let me win by default.
To be honest, I'd been thinking that this Yosuke before me was some kind of fake. I even wondered if something had happened to him and Yosuke's shadow had appeared again in this world. But this wrongness that I keep sensing is nothing like that. This is probably the real Yosuke. And the strangeness I feel is because these words are really coming out of his mouth of someone I never thought would say them. If so, then...
I don't know if you're being controlled or if there's something else going on here. Either way, you must understand the best way to resolve the situation.
There's no way to tell if what I'm saying is getting through to him at all. But if I want to figure out what's going on, I'll just have to fall for this trap once.
Sorry, but I'm gonna go all out. No hard feelings.
Huh? All that talk and you're gonna fight against your partner after all? Well, whatever. Let's hurry up and get this started. Ready?
Bro, it's messed up that Rise is a playable character in this game, but Fuka isn't. Alright, all it took was an hour to get to the first fight.
Finally! Fight!
too slow! Go get it! Oh, crap! Too slow! Wind up! Slash! Just getting stuck! Oh, crap! Just getting stuck! Oh, crap! You just got me! These are not... Oh, crap! Kidding me!
In the end, the victor was no surprise.
Dang, Risei.
Amazing!
Jacko pose.
Keep that up and zoom on ahead!
Ahead? You're gonna continue with this? Teddy, about Nanako.
I don't want to spoil the surprise. If you want to find out, you'll have to get to me.
I can't wait to fight
I can't
Nanako.
say why, but I think you should hurry.
The monitor shuts off. I still haven't learned anything about Nanako. But he did seem to have been expecting me to ask about her. I don't want to think about it, but Nanako really may be here. The moment the monitor turned off, the students began to leave like waves in the receding tide. No, they don't look like students anymore. There's something inhuman, just taking the shape of students. I was too focused on the fight to notice, but it seems their true forms were coming through. They look like silhouettes. Would they be shadows? I'm really curious as to how the P3 cast is going to be looped in. Even so, I don't sense any hostility from them. Well, if they're not a threat and they're going away, there's no need to chase after them. Besides, there's something more important to do right now.
Yosuke, are you alright?
I walk towards where Yosuke lies collapsed on the ground and give him my hand to help him up.
Ow! Couldn't you hold back a little? I seriously thought you were gonna kill me.
The same went for you. I wouldn't have stood a chance if I held back on you.
Yosuke grimaces like the milkshake in pain as he stands, but doesn't seem to have suffered any severe injuries. Yeah, Lydia, all the Persona 3 cast, that is, spoilers for Persona 3, alive, are in the game. Except, Fuka is in the game technically, but she's not a playable character. That's good. I knew I couldn't risk going easy on him, so I was a little worried that I'd actually hurt him. Yeah. Funny story about this game, before I played Persona 3, I knew Akihiko from this game first. So when I saw Akihiko in Persona 3, I was like, who is this twink? Because of how, like, ripped he is. And, like, he looks like a nerd in comparison. But once we get a good look at each other, Toxic Yaoi, Yosuke's demeanor suddenly changes.
Anyway, that aside, shut up about the nurses already. It's not like that's the only thing I ever think about.
What's this about nurses?
Huh? You were harping on it the whole time. How can you stand there and constantly bash my taste in women with a straight face?
Wait, so this thing in the Midnight Channel makes you talk shit to each other even though you're not saying it? That is actually so funny. Holy shit, that is actually, wow.
Is it such a crime to like nurses?
Wait a second.
I don't understand why he's suddenly angry, but he's not making any sense at all. I tell Yosuke to calm down, and we go over what he thought had happened before the fight. I don't know if you turned in, or I don't know if you were tuned in at this point, Lydia, but in the very beginning, Teddy tells you that his mom burned his porn magazine that had nurses. Like, it was a nurse-themed porn magazine. And Yosuke's mom burned it. And so Teddy told you to get him some more as a present. So that is also why I thought he was potentially jacking off, and we caught him when the Midnight Channel went off. We learned that our memories of what each of us had been saying didn't match up at all. According to Yosuke, it seems that I had been, well, teasing him about his taste in women. Yosuke was so heated up about what I supposedly said that he almost went into graphic detail, but I stopped before things went too far. I mean, really, it's best for both of us if we pretend this never happened. But thanks to our conversation after the battle, I've come to realize something. If we've been hearing each other say things neither of us have been meaning to say,
Yosuke,
then...
let me ask you something. Is it true that Nanako is here in this world?
She is?
Yosuke is at a loss for words. He had no idea what I was talking about. It's just as I thought. Yosuke doesn't know anything about Nanako. If that's true, then what I had heard Yosuke saying before the fight was something that Yosuke couldn't possibly have said. This only makes me more convinced that I have the right idea. What I had heard wasn't... Is this... Whoever wrote this dialogue, did they get hired on Persona 5 after this? Yosuke says, that's not what I said. And then they go, this only makes me more convinced that I have the right idea. What I heard wasn't what Yosuke had meant to say. I don't know how, but something else had made Yosuke say those words, even if he didn't know he was saying them. Because, just to clarify, Yosuke did not say those words, and I'm only convinced that this is the right idea. That reminds me, Teddy on the screen said that I had to get to him if I wanted to find out the truth. Does that mean Teddy has done this to us?
I guess there's no choice but to keep going.
That is exactly what it is. Like... Nanako is good friends with Teddy. I don't want to imagine it happening, but if he wanted to kidnap her, it's certainly possible that he could have. I want to go home at once and check to make sure she's okay, but I have no idea where I am. Even worse, Teddy holds the means of returning to the real world. There's no way out of here unless I find him on my own.
Yeah.
Well, be careful.
Be careful. I'm worried about you. Do your best. I sense a lot of emotion behind those words. He only said one of those phrases. Yes, I know that I'm hearing the real Yosuke. I take Yosuke's cheering me on to heart and leave the music room. Teddy had said that only the winner could go on in this tournament. I don't know exactly what that means, but it's probably not a lie. Yosuke understands that as well. That's why he's trusting me to sort it all out, and lets me go without much talk. He's frustrated that he can't help me out. I could just be jumping to conclusions there. Well, Lydia, I'll have to take your word for it. Something I can agree with. Yeah, Miguel, it does feel like a conversation with Spaghettify.
Oh, one last thing. About those nurses.
Ah, quit it already! Are you out of your mind again?
Yosuke turns bright red and rushes towards me, flailing wildly in an attempt to stop me from finishing. And... there's a painful sounding noise as he runs into something invisible and slowly slides to the floor.
What is this?
Huh. So there's an invisible wall. Looks like the loser can't leave the room.
Looks like there's some sort of force that prevents the loser from leaving the area where the fight took place. It's likely that every time one of these battles happens here, the winner will get sorted out in this way. That's annoying.
I see how it works now. Thanks.
If Teddy really has kidnapped Nanako, there's no time to lose.
Don't use me as your guinea pig. Wait, that's it? Hey, don't wear yourself out, all right?
I turn away as Yosuke shouts at me. Not to worry, Yosuke. I give him a quick smile before leaving the area for real this time. At that moment, I feel a wave of disorientation crash over me. I'm surprised that this is happening without warning, but it's not a threat. After all, I know this feeling all too well.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
I had been leaving the music room, but now I'm sitting in the Velvet Room for some reason. This room is truly mysterious.
Things have only just begun, and yet you already seem tired. The misfortune that has befallen you can be thought of as a sort of trial.
A trial?
I want to know the details behind her words, but I know that she won't answer me even if I ask. The inhabitants of the Velvet Room never reveal everything. That's because they can only watch over the choices their guests make. Wait. Hold on. Have they ever said that in a Persona game before? Because I feel like they haven't, but I feel like that's a good way of explaining that thing. That's interesting.
Indeed. I am an observer on your journey. I would do nothing so thoughtless as to force you to make choices. You do not need such provocations. I already know that you shine brilliantly enough.
Why, thank you. The shine she speaks of. Could it be about my ability to use personas?
That is part of your brilliance. Personas are masks of resolution, strengthened by controlling one's heart, by forming bonds.
Masks? That game's not out yet. When you were created. That was a little hint.
You understand this well, don't you?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, that's how we all fought up till now.
Yes, indeed. But one's heart is intangible. It cannot be seen and cannot be felt. When polished, it releases a strong light unlike anything else. But it can also be clouded by trivial things. Have you ever felt that way? You may be more conscious of that fact than most, because you hold the power of the wild card.
I'm a wild card. Oh, oh, oh. Margaret's voice fades away as she answers
From
me.
here on, you will be forced to re-examine the things you know as bonds. How will you face the changes to come, and what choices will you make?
When I open my eyes again, I'm in the school's hallway. I turn around and see the door to the music room closed behind me. Was I only summoned to the Velvet Room in spirit? There's no way for me to figure out what just happened, but I think back on what Margaret had told me.
Changes, huh?
Even though the people of the Velvet Room avoid saying much, what little they do say always has some meaning. Well, it's true that Margaret has said some strange things while I've known her, but she's never said anything meaningless while on duty. I would assume that this would be the case now. I may have to keep her words to heart. In any case, I need to concentrate on this case for now. I'm sure I'll understand the meaning behind what she said when the time comes. I must proceed. Though this bizarre place looks nothing like the Yasogami High I attended, the building seems strangely familiar as I run through it. Teddy has appeared on the monitor in the music room. From the looks of things, he appeared to be behind what was happening.
It might be the announcement room.
You think? Those invisible walls keep on getting in my way wherever I go. It seems that some of these walls don't let anybody through, no matter if they won or lost fights. Every single time I run into one, I'm forced to take another path. It's like my route is already set for me.
I'm being led somewhere.
I stop for a moment in the hallway out of the practice building and mutter to myself while I take a look around. No. Where are they trying to lead me?
Hey, you there! You're one of them participants in that there Grand Prix thing, right?
What? A voice that I don't recognize at all breaks me from my reverie. I instinctively jump back and draw my sword in surprise.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's the big idea? You could poke someone's eye out swinging that thing around.
Why does she sound like that? I have never heard this character's voice before. What is this? I turn and see a girl I've never seen before. Was she a part of that crowd? No, she looks like a real person. She was caught by surprise when I suddenly pointed my weapon at her. Although she flinches, her words don't lose any of their intensity. War crime character, huh? Is she? I haven't played this game enough. I've been messing around in the training room a little bit. I actually am very interested in Elizabeth. I sheath my sword, but remain cautious.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
Sorry ain't gonna cut it. What were you gonna do if you hurt one of the students here, huh?
Why am I talking to Cuphead, bro?
You can't go pulling that stuff without student council approval. All right, the jig is up. I'm putting the kibosh on this tournament right now.
I just... You know, I never thought Labrys would sound like this.
Hey, wait, hold on a second. I'm not in this because I want to be. I'm trying to stop the tournament.
I'm trying to act non-threatening, but the girl continues to glare at me. Who in the world is this girl? She's wearing a Yasogami High uniform. She said something about the student council, but I don't recognize her. You don't encounter people here in this world that often. If a person is here, they're either a Persona user or
Why are you here, by the way? Wait, did you fall inside a TV?
That's right. I might have put a little differently, but if she can't enter a TV herself, the only possibility is that someone threw her in. That was what was happening from the murderers last year.
All inside a TV? What kind of nonsense is that?
She's not aware of it. But if she was a Persona user, I don't see why she'd hide that fact. If she was trying to keep that from me, then she wouldn't have come to talk to me like this. Then, does that mean she's a victim after all? I carefully choose my words to avoid provoking this girl and introduce myself.
I'm Yu Narukami. I was a second year at Yasogami High until last year.
Huh? Last year? But that uniform.
Oh no, this is kind of my usual equipment when I'm in the TV world.
Equipment?
Never mind. Forget it.
Oh, so they explained it. Oh, what's that girl's name? I can't think of her name. She kind of fell off the face of the earth, didn't she?
Well, if you were only around till last year, I ain't gonna blame you for not knowing. I'm the new student council president. Nice meeting you.
The student council president. If I'm remembering correctly, the student council election should have taken place just before the holidays. I have no knowledge of who won any of those elections since I left Inaba before they took place. That reminds me, I didn't have any friends on the student council last year either. This girl may very well be the president. No reason not to believe
now
her.
It's your turn to spill. You You said you ain't in the tournament because you want to be. Then what are you doing here? And what's this tournament about in the first place?
I feel that if I don't explain things very clearly to her, it'll only provoke her further. But trying to tell her everything about what's going on here will only confuse her. I leave out the fact that this place is inside a television and tell her about the other things that are going on. First, I tell her about Teddy, that a friend of mine is likely the one who set this tournament up. Second, that I encountered some of my friends who were dragged into this as well, but they were acting strangely. And third, that my cousin, Nanako, still in elementary school, may have been dragged into this mess. The girl calling herself student council president seems skeptical while I talk, but she eventually sighs.
So if I got this right, you didn't start this, but your friend did. Well, you don't seem like you're lying.
I thank her out of politeness, but she laughs and asks why I'm thanking her. There's still one more difficult task left at hand. How do I make her understand that this is all within another world, one accessed by going through a TV screen? She about to say, "Man, I was walking around at midnight, and conveniently, everyone turned into coffins, and I was here." She still appears to be energetic, but doesn't change the fact that she's in danger. Where'd that sound come from?
That sounded like it came from the gym. I ought to tell you to go home, but I get that you're worried about your sis. Come on, let's go check it out.
We both start running at the same time. I reach my full running speed when something occurs to me. I'm surprised to see that this Miss President keeping pace right beside me. Just standing still in this world would be strenuous for a normal person, but she doesn't even seem out of breath. She's quite impressive. I take a moment to quietly praise the girl running next to me. They're twisted and intertwined everywhere on the open floor of the gym, forming huge towers that almost reach the ceiling.
What is this? Who'd go to all this trouble?
Suddenly, the monitor in the gym flickers to life, and as I expected, Teddy appears, again, in that costume.
Oh, are you on a hot date, Sensei? Well, that's fine with me, of course. But shouldn't you keep your mind on the fighting? Whoa, you look so mortified. That's the face I was hoping to see.
He's not saying anything completely straight, but he's obviously hinting that he knows I'm worried about Nanako. I know that saving Nanako is important, but I can't leave Miss President here alone and abandon her to this world either. Still, I feel Teddy's words causing me to doubt myself, and Miss President raises her voice.
Hey, you! You're the ringleader of this mess, aren't you? What's the idea, raising a ruckus like this without running it by the student council? Pack it in and clean all this up already.
After getting a clear look at her, I feel I've come to realize where she gets her courage from. She truly wishes to protect her school. It's incredibly detestable. I can't believe that Teddy can even make such a malicious expression.
What's that tiny thing? I'm in the middle of an important conversation with Sensei. A yappy little mutt like you should be muzzled and sit in the corner.
Dang. Teddy said, "You must be fluent in Japanese."
Sit, puppy, sit!
Miss President turns bright red in humiliation from being brushed off like that. This is enough. I take a step forward to put myself between the monitor and Miss President. Just let it go. Miss President's lips are trembling. She must be angry that there's nothing she can do herself. I don't want that anger to be in vain, so I turn the face to Teddy I turned to face the Teddy on the
That was
monitor.
pretty harsh, Teddy. Hard to believe a womanizer like you would say such things.
A womanizer? You're telling me Teddy's a womanizer?
What's so attractive about a shameless liar like her?
Liar? Do you know something about her?
The way he said that makes it sound as if there is some history between the two of them. But as usual, he doesn't bother to give me any details in his answer.
Come on, Sensei. Your opponent's getting tired of waiting for you. With the next challenger, come on down!
It's Yukiko.
Goodness, you're safe. What's the matter?
It's nothing. Are you alright? Has anything odd happened to you?
Odd? No, I don't think so.
Yukiko seems alarmed to see me in a defensive posture. I feel my shoulders relax in relief as I shift my weight to stand normally. It seems that she hasn't been affected like Yosuke had. I didn't think I'd been that tense though. Now, that's the Yukiko I remember. She's as sharp as always, exactly when we need her.
Nanako might be in here. I'm heading to the announcement room where Teddy is. I need you to protect this girl from me. She might be a victim of all this.
I motion towards Miss President standing next to me. Yukiko looks at me in surprise. I don't blame her though. But what Yukiko said next was even more surprising.
Why do I have to do that? It's not like I know her or anything.
I'm not gonna help her because I don't know her? Is that really what she's saying?
Yukiko, not you too. Calm down and listen to me. Can you understand what I'm saying?
Huh? What are you saying all of a sudden? I can hear you clearly. What did you mean by you too?
When I try to question her, Yukiko's expression returns to normal. I can't tell anymore. She doesn't look like she's being controlled by someone. Am I overthinking this too much? At the very least, she doesn't seem to be enthusiastic about this P1 Grand Prix.
This is probably a trick the enemy is playing on us. They're trying to get us to fight each other. I'll say it one more time, Yukiko. I'd like you to protect this girl for me.
Sorry, but I don't know how to put this. It just feels like you're being really selfish. You always help people who have nothing to do with you, and I admire that. But where does that leave us? It's always your friends who get put in danger because of your self-centeredness.
Damn. Get his ass. I like how the solution for your friends hurting your feelings is beating the shit out of them into submission. I don't care if someone who isn't related to me gets hurt. That's definitely not something Yukiko would say. The real Yukiko would never say something that disrespects the value of a life that way. Don't be deluded. Whatever happens to Yosuke is happening to Yukiko too.
Yukiko.
What the? You can?
When I draw my sword, Miss President quickly tries to stop me. But I can't answer her right now. If a battle will clear up this pointless misunderstanding between us, then the time to fight is now.
Ooh, now that's our senpai. You'll show no mercy, not even to a girl if it's for your own goals. You're a real bastard with a sister complex. Keep it up and bring 'em all down.
I ignore the taunts being delivered in Rise's voice. Even if our words aren't getting through to each other, and we have to fight without understanding what's going on, we'll come to an understanding later. I have to believe. Both myself and my friends.
Sorry, but you need to stay back. Whatever you see here, try to stay calm. Promise me you won't run away.
Time to do
Persona.
this.
Come, Konohana Sakuya.
Yukiko's black hair forms graceful arcs in the air as her persona, Konohana Sakuya, rises behind her. That's right. The usual Yukiko should have a beautiful heart like this. Wait for me. I will save you.
Finally!
Yukiko as Power Geyser? That's so cool. It is the real Yukiko.
The winner is you, Senpai! What an utter thrashing!
I love all this animosity!
Bro. That one doesn't work. It's not a bear pun.
These cocky, self-righteous friends showing how they really feel by beating the crap out of each other. That's the real thrill of the P1 Grand Prix!
I don't care to hear any more of Teddy's jests. I still have reservations about fighting my friends, but I now know that there is no other way to save them. I'm resolved to do what must be done. Also, there's no knowing if Teddy and Rise have been affected just like Yosuke and Yukiko had.
How much further are you gonna push this? Why are you doing it anyway? These guys are friends! What's so much fun about making friends fight each other?
She seemed more upset that he was making friends fight each other, not why he had dragged the entire school into this mess. We've only just met, but she clearly sympathizes with us and understands the pain we're going through. I'm embarrassed, but proud at the same time.
It's alright.
Bro.
Thanks, though.
It's not alright! This is...
She's still worked up and she lashes out at me. She's right. What General Teddy is doing right now cannot be forgiven. I glare at the
Sorry,
monitor.
but you're not getting your wish.
What?
Did you think this would be all it took to break us apart? That it would make us hate each other? Sorry to say, but that's a huge mistake on your part.
What do you mean you sympathize with M. Bison Reddit?
I believe in my friends. They'll never get taken in like that.
You're so stupid! What kind of sensei are you?
I'm warning you now. If you really are Teddy, then we'll get you back to normal no matter what it takes. Even if it costs us our lives.
Oh, that's funny. Autocorrect.
If you're an imposter, hiding behind Teddy's face,
Imposter. Bwam, 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 bwam.
I will make you pay for toying with us.
No, he's most likely not the real Teddy.
That girl's come around.
Immediately, I rush to Yukiko's side.
Yukiko, are you alright? I'm sorry I couldn't go easy on you.
No, it's okay. You weren't your usual self, but I could tell by your eyes that there was something going on. I'm sorry too. Did I hurt you?
Kinda, yeah. I sure wouldn't want to get into it with you again.
I try to pass it off as a joke, and we look at each other and laugh. Things are going the same way as they had with Yosuke. It's becoming clear now.
Did I say things that offended you earlier?
Yes. You did.
Yukiko hesitates, as if even remembering it is a difficult experience. What in the world did my illusion say to her? I bet it was something horrible. Whoever's doing this is certainly finding the most annoying way to get us to fight. But what I supposedly said to her doesn't matter. Yukiko is still hesitant to bring it up, so I tell her not to worry about it.
I just wanted to see if my guess was right. It looks like our enemy has the power to confuse our senses. My first opponent was Yosuke, and he told me a similar story after we fought.
Huh? You said something bad to Yosuke-kun too? What did you tell him?
Yeah, I know, exactly.
You sure you want to know?
If I'm the only one admitting to what happened, that's not fair, is it? But that curiosity is in line with the Yukiko I know. I evade the issue with a smile and call out to Miss President, who's standing behind us.
What kind of people are you? Oh, right. We used our personas.
Yeah, we should at least explain to her what's going on.
I tell her about the personas. Tell her that we're actually in a world inside the television. And I tell her how the scenery here changes according to the hearts of the people who enter it. She looks doubtful while I'm talking, but considering that she's just seen our personas only moments ago, she doesn't immediately deny it. Still, it seems that she can't accept it all either. She crosses her arms as if lost in thought. On the other hand, it seems that Yukiko didn't know that Yasogami High had a new student council president either. Yukiko apologizes for not having paid attention to the elections in April.
That's it in a nutshell.
It's because it didn't happen.
So that's what you meant by falling into a TV.
Yeah, which makes me believe this school could be a part of your mind that's materialized.
This school came from me? That's a lot to swallow. I'm not surprised. Why is it different this time around, though? Usually the victim's shadow appears first.
It's because Labras is a robot.
The Teddy who's hosting this tournament. What if he's actually this girl's shadow?
Huh?
I noticed he got agitated when I called him an imposter. A fake Teddy would mean he's someone else using Teddy's form.
I see. If this place reflects Miss President's heart, her shadow must be here. And right now, the strongest candidate is...
That's right. We both saw an illusion, and at the very least, the enemy has the power to dilute our senses, which makes us see and hear things that aren't there. On top of that, it can alter what others hear and say, what others hear us say and see us do. If it can do that, then I can easily see our enemy can use that power to change its appearance. That means it could be impersonating Teddy and leading this tournament. That still leaves the question as to why it would take on the appearance of someone it doesn't know. Does this shadow have some kind of objective? When I come to my senses, I see that Miss President has turned pale and is staring at the ground. All this talk of shadows in another world doesn't seem to be reaching her, but she seems troubled at the thought that she might be causing all this trouble. I'm about to tell her that the actions of her shadow aren't her fault, but Miss President rises to her feet.
I'm gonna check out the announcement room. That General Teddy's behind the whole shebang, right? And if he came from me, then I gotta own up to the responsibility. A student body president, I can't let this go.
Wait, you're being reckless. We'll take care of the shadow. You need to...
What? Get out of this TV world? And how am I supposed to do that? Go on. Show me the door.
Well...
Dark determination.
Your little cousin's in the announcement room. And you're gonna go save her, right? I might not be as strong as the two of you. But I'm no slouch in a fight. Wouldn't it be better if we went together?
No, don't you understand? This world is...
I know it's dangerous, but there's gotta be something only I can do to help. Hell, that aside, I can't leave after causing so much trouble. Making friends fight each other. I'm going on ahead. You don't want to waste time arguing, yeah?
I remember how fast she can run. If I'm gonna go after her, I need to go at once or I'll lose her.
Please, you have to go after her.
Haha, Yukiko, you fucking loser. You can't follow me. She's right. There's so much we don't understand, and there's no way the investigation team can let a victim run off to die. Yukiko ignores the fact that I'd be leaving her here alone and tells her to follow a girl that she's only met. This is the exact opposite of the behavior she'd been displaying since before the fight. Now that's the Yukiko Amagi I know. I'll come back for you no matter what.
I believe in you.
I have to rely on the faint echoes of footsteps ahead to pursue Miss President through the school. I can't use my memories of the school in order to navigate because the invisible walls are everywhere, but the announcement room is upstairs. That obviously limits the path she can take. I will catch up with her no matter what. She's so fast, it's almost supernatural. I even begin to think that her path may not be hindered by the invisible walls. Wait a second. Now that I think about it, she's not a participant in the P1 Grand Prix. She didn't appear in the introduction video, and even though she'd been there when I faced off with Yukiko, she wasn't affected by the rules. Could she be able to walk through these walls? If so, then catching up to her will be quite difficult. Just as I'm thinking this, suddenly a blue door appears on my path. Bro, are we just gonna go to the Velvet Room in between every single fight? Wait. It's a door? Never mind. Low-key for a second. I haven't played Persona 4 in so long. Yeah, it's just a door in Persona 4 as well. I was like, Elizabeth? Question mark? When I open my eyes, I'm seated in my usual position. Yep.
You seem flustered, but time has no meaning here. It seems you've emerged victorious and have come away with a piece of the truth. Though you are in a garden of deceit, you have the vision to go forward. Very impressive.
Is that student council president's shadow really the cause of all this then?
Who can say? All I know is that you are getting ever closer to the truth.
Wow. You know what's crazy? I'm probably the biggest Persona 4 Arena Ultimax streamer on Twitch right now.
There is one thing I can tell you.
Margaret's golden eyes are fixed on mine.
If that girl's shadow is the cause of this misfortune, she will face her trial. But it's separate from your fate. You have your own trial to overcome. Keep that to heart.
My own trial?
I don't mean to. Oh, so you didn't mean to repeat what was just said this time. I don't mean to, but I repeat what Margaret had just
Everyone
said.
sees various things in you that draw them to you. Salvation, hope. I myself find fascination in watching over you. Fate may not be the author of your trials, but you are destined to be tested.
I'm looking up how many scenes are in this. Oh, okay, there is. So, oh, have a good night, Lydia. Apparently there's about 15 for each character. There's a bunch of different characters you can play. And now I immediately see a recognizable feature. Her long ponytail. I found her.
It's too dangerous to go alone.
This president turns around in response to my voice. She's smiling. I wasn't expecting that at all.
Calling me impressed that you managed to catch up to me so quick.
This calmness. Had she expected that I would follow her? I'm beginning to feel like she's toying with me. But I understand now. Nothing I can say to her will change her mind.
Promise me that you won't leave my side. And you can't do anything rash. If you can't agree to those terms, I'll have to force you into protective custody. This is a matter of life and death for you.
Sure thing. Then let's get to that announcement room together.
I thought that I'd be able to keep her in check by saying that her life was in danger, but she didn't seem to take any notice. She just shrugged and accepted my proposal.
Hey, mind if I ask you something?
What is it?
There's a moment of silence.
It's tough, being forced to fight your friends, huh? Oh, sorry. You don't gotta answer.
She must be thinking about my fight with Yukiko. True, I'm slightly hesitant to talk about any of this, but it's a question that must be answered.
No, you're right. If I could avoid it, I would. But I believe in my friends.
You mean your friends won't hate you after the fight? Or you think they'll understand that you don't really want to fight?
I don't know. Both, maybe. I mean, there's no way we'd fight each other without some kind of reason.
Will she believe that answer? But when she opens her mouth, she has an unexpectedly gloomy look in her eyes.
You had to kill each other.
Oh my god. Kill each other? I truly hadn't anticipated that question. I'm caught off guard by how I hadn't even considered it. It's true, there's no guarantee that this General Teddy won't suddenly decide to make us fight to the death on a whim.
Sorry, that was probably over the line. I don't know why I said that.
I wouldn't let it happen.
Even if I was ever forced into such a situation, I would never follow that order. That's all I can say right now. But after hearing my answer, Miss President cast her eyes down again. After seeing that behavior, how do I put this? I don't know what that word means. Incongruity? That is what they all say. Sorry, gang, I'm looking up a word. Just in case you guys also didn't know. Okay. I looked up incongruity, and it says the state of being incongruous or out of keeping. Why could that be? Something doesn't feel like her. Could Miss President be carrying some unimaginable burden that she had yet to confide in us? Is it so heavy that she would ask that question of me? Okay. This game is by far the worst when it comes to, like, oh, what's that called? Is it exposition? I think that's the right word. I'm not sure, but yeah. Speaking of which, if General Teddy does turn out to be your shadow, what does that mean about whatever repressed thoughts she truly has? Suddenly, it seems that her courageous and cheerful demeanor are a mirror image of that, and a slight sense of fear chills my spine. My thoughts race through my head while we walk down the hallway.
What are you doing?
I thought I broke my nose for a moment. It's that invisible wall again. Even though I should have been expecting them, I relaxed my guard and walked right into one. Yeah, but the thing is, I really think they just wanted to make it long. Like, kind of like what Lydia said earlier. It feels like, they're just trying to fit in words for their essay to hit their word requirement. I hold my nose and wave away Miss President, who looks concerned.
There's an invisible wall. I don't think I can go through here.
An invisible wall? Oh, that must have been why you broke out of the mime act every now and then. Well, if I can pass through, it must only be blocking the tournament fighters. This world sure is out there.
As I'd imagined, Miss President is unaffected by these walls. Is it because she's not one of the fighters in the Grand Prix? The entrance to the school building is ahead of us. But perhaps worst of all is that the wall I had just walked into is blocking me from reaching there. I'll just have to find some other way. No, there are walls there too. And the same can be said for the direction towards the entrance. A thought crosses my mind as I check back the way we had come. It's as I thought. Another invisible wall had formed where I just passed. I can't go back. With walls in every direction, there's nowhere I can go. I'm trapped.
Be careful. This probably means...
Is your snout okay, Sensei? Jeez, you're such a klutz.
You're still using that form? It's getting old. Why don't you just show your true self?
Boy, you've gotten peevish. I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
I was intentionally trying to rile him up, but he wasn't falling for it. Looks like I'm not going to get him to reveal anything that way.
Okay, so who's my next opponent?
Ooh, now you're getting into the spirit of things. Let me guess, you're starting to enjoy beating up your friends? Okay, with the next challenger, come on down!
Well, it's obviously Chie.
That's what I thought. You're the last of us, after all.
Yeah, I had a feeling you'd be next, too.
Wait, was Chie beating people? Chie laughs along with me. For this moment, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with her words and actions, but I can't let my guard down around her. After all, I felt the same way when I encountered Yukiko, too. Yeah, Chie would. As they say, third time's a charm. I have to see if Chie's in her right mind. I decide the best way to do it is be calm and start a conversation
Chie,
with her.
You know what they're doing, right?
Yeah, I know. The stuff we say gets twisted around so we end up fighting each other, right?
Is you is you gonna be like, wow, Chie's too smart this time. That's really unlike her. She would never be able to predict what the enemy's doing because she's too stupid and only thinks about meat all the time.
Don't worry. You're the son of a bitch who left us as soon as the last case ended, but you're still our good friend. I mean, you have it easy. You're just fighting your friends.
Oh, well, maybe I was incorrect.
I had to keep killing over and over, all because of you humans!
What? Now this is obvious. Chie is clearly not herself. It's so blatant her words don't offend me at all. Moreover, it's not just out of character, but Chie would never say anything like that. And you humans? That's as good as confessing that you're not human. Alright, carnivore, was it? Miss President was watching us from nearby. She looks more dumbfounded than worried. Still, what Chie said at the end caught my attention. I had to keep killing over and
Stuff
over.
About killing, huh? Miss President was talking about it earlier, too. This must be.
It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Hurts. I'll give you a taste of the pain they put me through!
What the heck? She's not even trying to sound like Chie anymore. I can't even begin to understand what she's talking about. But if a shadow is intentionally making people say these things, what does this mean about Miss President? Killing each other? All because of humans? What kind of secret past could the new student council president of Yasogami High be harboring? No, now's not the time for this. I'll have to look into this after we've cleared up all the confusion
Let's do
between
this,
us.
Chie.
Well, round 3 of the P1 Grand Prix already. Word on the street is that the carnivore may have a slight advantage.
What?
Will you, Senpai, all talk and no skill, manage to eke out a win this time? Let's get this show on the road. Ready?
Finally. Fight!
I knew you'd be important. All right, it's over. Time to leave.
Her name was like 0000000. That was weird. I've won. I lower my sword and begin slowing my breathing. I don't believe I've injured Chie too badly. Considering this was my 3rd time having to do this, I feel like I'm getting pretty good at not having to seriously wound people in a fight.
Wipe that smug look off your face. This isn't fun at all.
Yeah, when's Adachi gonna show up? This is the General Teddy is actually Adachi's shadow. General Teddy has seen that the fights ended without any injuries and spits words through the monitor. Let him say whatever he wants. I've fought all the friends I came into the TV with and none of them are hurt. All that's left is to head to the announcement room and make sure Nanako is safe, and then we'll be able to go home. I walk over to Chie and help her up off the ground. She's come back to her senses and seems a little sheepish. Are you alright?
I think so. Man, you're strong. I'm kind of shocked at how much of a difference there is between us.
Look who's talking. I've never been kicked around so badly in my life. I wait for Chie to reach her feet and then tell her everything that's happened up to this point.
So the others are safe too? What a relief. I was pretty worried.
Chie is so relieved that she sits down on the floor once more. I can't help but smile at that reaction. She really does care about her friends. Yeah, these are the people I believe in.
You guys really are tight, aren't you? Makes me jealous.
Well, we did spend a whole lot of time together last year because of that case. Sure, I was surprised to hear such weird stuff coming from him, but I know he'd never say any of that to me. Wait a sec. Who are you?
Oh, I forgot about that. I quickly introduce Miss President and tell Chie that she may be a victim of the case. But Chie looks again at Miss President suspiciously.
Huh? The student council president? You mean ours? That doesn't seem right. I remember the new president being a guy.
Oh, bum bum
What are
bum.
you saying? I'm the student council president. Who else would I be?
I'm pretty sure, though. Maybe if you told me your name, I'd remember.
My name...
Miss President stops moving. What's going on? She can't tell us her name? That's not that strange a question, is it? But for some reason, Miss President seems unable to answer. It sent some kind of incoherent melancholy from her. Chie and I share a tense glance.
My name's...
What's wrong?
My... memories... No, I don't want to fight anymore. Why do we have to kill one another?
Kill one another. I gasp when I hear the words fall from her mouth. I don't know what's crossing her mind right now, but she's definitely not acting normally. I glance at Chie, then try to approach Miss President in the hopes of calming her down. Without warning, Miss President begins flailing her arms as if trying to ward demons that only she can see. Chie reaches out and touches her in concern. Miss President's arms catch Chie and easily knocks her aside.
Chie!
What power! Barely managed to catch Chie before she slams into the concrete wall. Still, this sudden breakdown, what in the world happened to Miss Labrys? This song is fire. Once I've helped Chie back to her feet, we carefully approach her from both sides. This will be a little rough, but it can't be helped. We can't ask her anything while she's like this. But at that moment...
What?
No way.
Before I know it, Miss President's flying through the air. She was jumping. For a moment, I can't comprehend what I'm seeing. This is no ordinary leap. She was at a standstill, but now her entire body is suddenly up higher than my head. Her jumping ability is unbelievable. Chie and I look up in astonishment as Miss President kicks off the ceiling to change direction and lands at a full run.
Who is that girl? Did I say something to offend her? She did mention something about her memories.
Come to think of it, her memories did seem a little muddled. Maybe she was on the verge of getting them back.
What kind of memory would make her go nuts and run away like that?
I can't answer Chie at all. What if you had to kill each other? I hear Miss President's sad voice in my head. Yo, is Labrys actually going to be a cool character? Chie apparently wasn't expecting me to answer her, and she continues.
I'll wait here. Make sure you rescue her, okay?
Her voice is strong and confident. To drive the point home, she pokes my chest with her finger as if ordering me. Homelander to A-Train. Even though I was running as fast as I could, the invisible walls kept preventing me from making much headway. I attempted to strike the walls with my persona, but nothing happened.
So many invisible walls, one after another. Miss President can pass through them. I don't know if I can keep up the pursuit.
The announcement room is still my destination. There's no way to know if that's where Miss President is headed as well. But if there's a shadow waiting for me there, I need to get there anyway. Teddy and Rise should be in the announcement room, and if Nanako is being held captive, that's where she'll be as well. I have to keep running, but yet another wall blocks the hallway. First, I think that this is a dead end, and realize I can cut through a classroom and come out the other side of the wall. It's forcing me to enter the room rather than letting me go straight. This probably means... Yep. We're gonna face Kanji, and then we're gonna face... Oh, wait. We also don't know about Naoto, though.
Hi. Senpai! Can you hear me? Please answer me!
That voice. Is that you, Rise? The real one?
Her voice isn't coming from the PA system. I'm actually hearing it in my head. This has to be the work of Rise's persona.
Thank goodness. I've been all alone since that weird fake Teddy captured me. And then you were all fighting each other.
I can hear the relief in her voice. She sounds so different from the insensitive and rude voice that had been coming from the PA system. This is indeed the Rise I know.
Where are you now, Rise? Can you locate where I am?
I'm sorry, I don't think there's time. I'm stuck in the announcement room. Please, Senpai, you have to hurry. If you don't, he'll...
Rise! What's wrong, Rise?
So we're fighting Kanji now, I'm guessing. There's no answer. The communication has been cut off. Something happened in the announcement room? My heart begins racing. The enemy made us fight each other as participants in this tournament, but they had captured Rise as well. It's clear to me that they must have been worried about using her persona powers to tell us the truth, but that's not important right now. If she was just captured to prevent her from contacting us, then the enemy must think of Rise as being less valuable than those who had to fight. It sounded okay, but who knows what might happen to her now. I have to
Pardon me
hurry.
for interrupting while you are lost in thought.
What? A hand brushes my shoulder. In surprise, I jump away and draw my sword. I can't believe that I let myself get so lost in thought that I didn't notice someone until they touched me. This is the second time I've let myself get so distracted. I look up and see another unfamiliar face. What are you doing here? A girl with blonde hair and striking blue eyes. Wait, a girl? Her face and voice seem human-like, but the rest of her, there's metal everywhere, all over her body. For a moment, I wonder if this is just an elaborate costume, but I can see the interior framework of her body where her joints connect.
I didn't mean to startle you.
You're,
It's nice to meet you. My name is Aegis. And no, I am not human. You are the one from the introduction video, listed as the Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel, Narukami-san, correct?
The question catches me off guard. And did she say she wasn't human?
Nanako is important to me, but calling it a complex is stretching things.
No, wait a second. I was trying to play it off, but I ended up blurting out Nanako's name anyway. Calm down. I need to take the conversation away from this subject. Clear my throat and try to start over.
Aegis-san, was it? Why are you here?
Our primary objective is the destruction of shadows, but we have come to this world on a different mission.
The destruction of shadows?
She fights shadows? But how can she do that
Does that mean?
Yes, I have a persona as well. Though my body is a machine, personas are the strength of the heart after all.
Just as I thought. I'm surprised to find another persona user outside of my group of friends, and a robot on top of that. I can't come to grips with all this. From the way we were talking, she seems like just a normal person, only in an interesting suit. True, I've seen stories on the news about robots looking uncannily like real humans, but isn't this something far beyond those? Still, I can't help but believe the evidence of my own eyes. I mean, I've been hopping in and out of TVs for the past year. Who am I to say what's strange or not? That's kind of funny. Perhaps the technology behind her creation has supernatural roots of its own. This P1 Grand Prix. It's so similar to the events of last year, but to think that it would involve someone like her. I don't have a clear picture of everything that's happening, that's for sure. I calm myself and ask her what I feel would... Okay. I calm myself, then ask her what I feel would tell me what she's looking for in this
And
world.
what is this mission of yours?
She opens her mouth to respond, but just then...
Aha! So that's where you got to, Sensei. I've been looking all over for you. Ooh, who's the honey? Were you in the middle of trying to score with her?
Bro.
As if you didn't know. You're the one who lured us both here.
Oh my, did you figure it out? I didn't have a choice after those guys decided on their own to horn in on the fun. You're a bright boy, Sensei. You know what's coming next, don't you?
Could Aige-san's mission be something that would cause him trouble? I can't figure out what his motives are, but he's using us to crush each other? In other words, she's the next challenger that's being set against me. Aige-san seems to understand this as well, and is staring at the monitor with a quiet
Sorry about
animosity.
this. Do you know the rule of this tournament?
Only the victor of each match may move on. Yes?
I have nothing against you, but I'm in a hurry for my own reasons.
Neither of us, in other words, can back down. Then there should be no hard feelings.
Megasan is refreshingly straightforward about this. She immediately takes a fighting stance. A bitter thought comes to me. It's tough being forced to fight my friends, but having to hurt someone that I don't even know is just as bad. Another thought comes on the heels of that one. I don't know this girl. Perhaps her appearance here means that there are urgent problems that an ordinary student like me can't fathom. What gives me the right to stop her on her mission? Shouldn't I know what's at stake before I take that from her? Thankfully, it seems she hasn't gone mad like my other friends. Perhaps the enemy doesn't care about clouding the minds of people who don't know each other. If we're still capable of understanding each other, then we should talk this over before we do anything.
That will not do. We will speak more of this after one of us wins.
Aiga-san says this so quickly as if she's reading my mind. Alright. I'm skipping all those.
And here goes. There's no need to hold back.
It was kind of nice.
Indeed. Let us do battle.
It mentioned that perhaps Aigus did not say what her mission was, so we wouldn't feel bad and be like, you can have it.
Final. Fight!
No! Severe impact. Damn, no! I must complete severe impact. Please hit. Guarding. Severe impact. Blood damage. Damage. No! Severe impact. I'm going. Limiter distance. Bramble. I'm sorry. Quick dodge. Bramble. Heavy damage. Blood damage. My other self. Bramble. Guarding. No. Quick dodge. Crystal volley. My other self. Overheating. Strike. Heavy damage. Heavy damage. Severe. Motor functions shutting down.
Playing this game, by the way, was messing me up in Strive.
Wowza! Now that's the sensei I know! That hunk of junk was no match for you!
Hunka junk.
Serves you right! Keep suffering! Friend against friend, beating the heck out of each other!
A machine with the power of a persona. I feel like my mind's been drained even more than my body.
I don't know why you're making us fight, but it's pointless.
Yeah, it was so funny. And I think I was trying so hard to do a combo that honestly I thought was pretty easy in the combo trials, but I think my Strive brain was messing me up.
We aren't fighting because we hate each other. The reason we can fight is because we respect and trust each other.
A low growl. That's the only sound I hear. The real Teddy never made such a hateful sound. It's actually rather scary.
You're such a dumbass! What's with you?
The image on the monitor distorts along with that outburst. The general's having trouble remembering to act as someone else, and his face bulges and ripples disturbingly as his hate pours through the screen. Any pretense at copying the adorable stupidity of the real Teddy is gone now. I notice that the voice spitting out of these hateful words is not Teddy's either.
Trust? So what if you don't hate each other? You're not like me! I was forced to fight against my will! I destroyed them with my own hands!
So, is Labrys the reason? Is Labrys the reason all the bots were gone?
You should all have to go through the hell I've suffered! See how it feels to destroy everyone you call a friend! If I knew this was gonna happen, I would have made the rules so you had to kill your opponent to move on!
The general on the monitor continues to
What are you
rage.
talking about? Why did you set this tournament up?
Maybe she had been forced to fight against people she didn't want to fight. Had she been forced to destroy something that was really precious to her? There's no way to know for sure, but it's possible. That is, she wanted us to feel what she went through. I might not be entirely correct, but I feel like I'm close to the truth. Should I just ask General Teddy about my suspicions?
Pardon my eccentric entrance.
Someone comes crashing through the ceiling. What in the world? I rush over to Aigasan to protect her from falling debris. What the heck? Having this song as Elizabeth's entrance is so funny. What the hell? While not as strange as Aigas, she seems a little uncommon as well. But even besides that, why'd she have to come through the ceiling? This room has doors. I was about to get in the heart of the matter with General Teddy, but the monitor in this room has been destroyed, along with the ceiling. Though she seems oblivious to my confusion, the girl cocks her head and apologizes again. It's actually really funny.
Oh, please excuse me. I didn't have the faintest idea that someone would be here.
What do you mean?
Faintest?
Feigned? Fiend? Something along those lines at any rate.
What the hell is she talking about? Who in the world is this person? Wait a second. That blue suit she's wearing, it looks familiar. And with the silver hair and golden eyes. Could it be?
From the Velvet Room?
My, is this what's known as being hit on?
Alright.
A forbidden ritual where one human approaches another based solely on appearance and bets on the inner self being equally attractive.
What? No, I'm not hitting on you. You just remind me of someone I know.
Okay, so that actually sounded like I was really hitting on her. No, I need to stop thinking about that. In any case, I need to ask her something.
Do you happen to know anyone by the name of Margaret?
Margaret?
When she repeats the name, her face seems surprisingly youthful. I've been taken aback by her bizarre speech and actions, but could this girl be younger than me? Her profile simultaneously evokes the images of a pondering philosopher and an innocent girl. I can't figure out exactly how to speak to her. Should I be more polite? I guess that doesn't matter too much. Anyway, worrying about the necessities isn't the most important thing right now.
Actually, we should introduce ourselves first. I'm Yu Narukami.
Ah, that had slipped my mind also. My name is Elizabeth.
Wait, is Elizabeth supposed to be a teenager? I never considered that idea.
Dear me, to hear that name fraught with memories in such a mundane, remote place.
She thinks of this world as a mundane place? I kind of always just pictured Elizabeth as like 20 to 25, I guess. I don't know. And then Margaret was like maybe like a 30 to 35. And then Lavenza was a 4,000-year-old you know what. Yeah, so Inaba may be out in the countryside, but I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. The girl, Elizabeth, suddenly bows elegantly to me. Gotcha. I mean, I will say Elizabeth looks insanely, like, slim and skinny here.
Margaret is indeed my sister's name. Can I take that to mean that you are another guest of that room?
That would explain why she reminds me of her.
Elizabeth-san, huh? Well, I guess that's the case. It's true that there was a time when I visited that room.
Igor, Margaret, and now Elizabeth. It seems there are more people who call that place home than I thought. I think I'm glad I met Margaret last year instead of this girl.
But why is a resident of the Velvet Room here? Did Margaret send you with a message or something?
I am currently utterly neglecting my duties.
Is that so?
That doesn't really tell me much, and I have no response anyway. So what possessed her to come blasting through the ceiling instead of using the door? I decide not to bother asking her that. I've met so many different people over the last year, but trying to have a conversation with this girl is like trying to ride a wild horse. She's just gonna ignore the direction I'm trying to steer us towards and veer off wherever she wants. Best to just hold on and go along for the ride then. Maybe if I pay attention, she'll tell me something worth my time.
I have a certain desire. It may take a very long time for it to be realized. In order for my wish to be granted, I require a power much greater than what I have. The power of the wild card that changes bonds into strength. I have a feeling that the key lies there.
I know a little about the wild card, but...
I feel that the first glue to granting my wish lies within that power.
Glue?
Flu? Influence, something along those lines at any rate.
She's having trouble coming up with the right words, but I can hear the sincerity in her speech. Probably. In other words, I think she means that the power of the wild card related to her desire and came here.
Might I suggest that you and I fight?
What? Someone please tell me how she reached that conclusion that this was a good idea. I don't think I have a chance of talking her out of it, though. But of course, I have to try, so I say.
Oh, how excited this is making me. My expectations are ascending skyward at Mach speed. To be direct, I'd like for you to show me the potential slumbering within you.
Let me make sure of something, just in case. You understand what I'm saying, right? There's no illusions at work?
Such parlor tricks can get stuffed.
I see. So you're actually in your right mind here. That's kind of, impressive.
This whole time, I was under the impression that Elizabeth was here for Aegis, but now it has become very apparent to me that she could just be here just for fun, which is really funny. I wonder, though, if she's unrelated to General Teddy's plans and invited herself into the tournament, did the usual rules apply? As I think about this, Elizabeth San taps her foot on the ground and takes a fighting posture. She really does want to fight. The huge leather-bound book in her hand opens as if by itself. I can't believe that this strange girl has such unimaginable power. She seems so aloof. No, it may be more correct to call it an era of imminent
All
violence.
right. I won't be able to hold back.
To be honest, I was really only saying that in hopes of bluffing her. I have absolutely no room to hold back in this fight. Even if I were to fight her with the intent of killing her, I'll be lucky not to end up dead myself. At least, that's how I feel. Elizabeth San calmly begins the battle.
Let's do this. Your fate is in the cards.
Bro, I need to know what happened to Aegis.
Final. Fight!
One. You were seared. Please look above. I see it. Remarkable. Impassive. Impassive. Penetrate. 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 Here is impassive. I see it. Remarkable. Oopsie daisy. Oh no. What? Impassive. The time has passed. Oh my. Oopsie daisy.
Is enough!
Remarkable. I anticipated.
Debilitate.
Negative development.
Oh no. Well done.
Yeah, me neither. Oh. We got a cool art here. Wait, I just realized we fought Igus and we didn't get the suplex. Bro, it's so funny that she's defending our sword with the book. Just when I thought I managed to throw her off balance, Elizabeth-san gets back up elegantly, as if nothing had just happened. Suddenly, I feel an intensity build up in the air. Don't tell me she hadn't been taking this seriously at all up until now. In the next moment, I'm swallowed into a torrent of power, like a leaf being blown into the air, without the slightest understanding of what's happening. Yeah, you know, those hardcovers. My vision blurs as I'm spun about, and before I can tell up from down, the floor jumps towards me and I'm slammed into the ground. Am I going to lose? Bro, I definitely just won. As my consciousness fades, I see the faces of my friends, and Igus-san, all those I had fought up against up until now. It's like that story you see your life flashes before your eyes just as you die. Am I dying? Can I really accept that? I'll fight as much as I have to in order to save my friends. I have to keep fighting. I've come so far. I can't lose heart now. I desperately force my legs to move and manage to stand up again. Elizabeth-san shuts her book with an air of finality.
I see. I am quite content with this outcome. It seems you possess true strength.
The unyielding torrent of power suddenly ceases without warning. Is it over? Even as I come to understand that, I continue to stand stock still, unable to move.
I believed you were at the limits of your stamina after the battle against Igus earlier. In actuality, your heart almost gave in during your struggle with me. But each time you faltered, the many hearts supporting you gave you strength, helping you to rise again.
She cuts herself off and nods to herself as if to confirm some sort of suspicion.
This was truly an intriguing battle. I believe our encounter has borne much flute.
Flute?
Flue? Chimneys. In any case, I am quite pleased.
Even after a battle, she acts like that. I feel like a fool for believing that she really would have killed me, even if I felt quite real at the time. I can't believe any of this. My legs give out under me and I sink to the ground. Maybe she understands how I feel. Elizabeth-san looks straight into my eyes.
May I ask you something? To continue fighting in order to prevent an undesirable future, it is a path of endless hardship. Would you still choose to walk it?
Margaret had said something earlier just before this tournament had begun. How I had to overcome the ordeal concerning last year's case and open the door. Margaret's and Elizabeth-san's words come together in my mind.
Yeah. Working for a better tomorrow isn't just a one-time thing. The tomorrows keep coming.
Opening the door is necessary, but it's not what's truly important. What's more important is making sure that you follow the path that's beyond the door. Okay, you want to know what? The narration gets a thumbs up from me. That was a good-ass line. Only once you have the path in mind does it matter whether you've opened a door or not. Yo, that actually goes so hard.
I would keep fighting for the future we want.
Elizabeth-san smiles. It seems the former dweller of the Velvet Room is pleased with my answer. The former dweller? She must have chosen a path of her own at some point, and is doing everything in her power to see it through. Wait, so is this game trying to tell me that Elizabeth just straight up left the Velvet Room and is like doing her own stuff? That's kind of cool. Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions, but I feel as if I'm able to understand her a little better now.
Well then, it's time for me to bid you adieu. By your leave, I, Elizabeth, am out of here.
With this, Elizabeth briskly walks out of the room. Yeah, bro, we took her out on all those dates. She's like, I can do whatever I want now. Why are we playing this music, bro? Why are we playing this music?
Are you alright? You shouldn't force yourself to move.
I was concerned at first, but Aigus-san doesn't seem to be very hurt or damaged or whatever you would say. She was likely just knocked out. I had absolutely no chance of winning if I'd gone easy on her either. This is getting ridiculous.
You are very kind. We've only just met, and yet you're worried about a machine like myself.
Huh? Isn't that normal?
Aigus-san laughs at my confusion.
Seeing you smile like that, I don't know. I just can't think of you as a machine. You have a heart, right? Then it doesn't matter whether you're man or machine.
Aigus-san stops laughing and thinks deeply for a moment. But after a few seconds, she looks back up at me with a serious look in her eyes.
You have defeated me in single combat. That will make it difficult for me to continue forward.
Having Aigus... Okay, I think Aigus and Nanako have the same... Oh, no. I'm thinking of, Natsuki from Persona 3. Her and Nanako have the same voice actor.
But I believe I can trust you. Will you listen to my mission directive?
I have no reason to say no. There was another case involving personas and shadows outside of Inaba, even before our adventure last year. And she is a weapon with a heart, created with the express purpose of wielding a persona to fight the shadows. She believes that the current situation came to be because someone had stolen a similar weapon and caused it to enter the TV world.
So, there's another girl robot with a heart like you, and she's the cause of all this?
We came to this world to retrieve her. My older sister, the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labris, is in this world somewhere.
Nanako, Myth President, and her shadow, and now Labris. Shiny Alpha Hisuian Typhlosion? Wow. That is sick. Is that what you've been grinding? I've been seeing you on Legends Arceus lately.
Tell me more about Labris, and I'll do what I can to help you get her back.
I can't believe Hisuian Typhlosion might be viable. That's kind of crazy.
Unfortunately.
So you don't know what she looks like, what she can do, or what equipment she's loaded with.
Basically, all she can tell me is that Labrys is a robot who's built to look like a girl. Wait a second. I did meet a girl I didn't know in the TV world, Miss President. Could Miss President be Labrys? It's just good because it has eruption. That's sad.
Is there a possibility that she looks, well, more human than you? You mentioned earlier that she was your older sister, so I assume she was built before you, but...
My sister was an older model, a prototype for the 5th generation to be exact. It's doubtful that she would look more human than myself.
Then there's no way Miss President could be Labrys. I could tell at first glance that Aiga-san was machine. Miss President appears to be completely human. I never once considered that she might not be human until just now. Pouring me a liquid death into a cup because I forgot to put them in my fridge. And I need it to be cold. But that just makes things even more complicated.
Alright, in any case, I'll keep an eye out for her. But right now, I'm heading to the announcement room. If Labrys is the cause of this, then I'm bound to meet up with her eventually.
Thank you. I will trust my sister's fate to you.
But man, what a busy Golden Week. If this wasn't happening, I'd be kicking it with my friends at the Junes food court. Man, if this damn TV world didn't come back, I could be hanging out at Walmart. Yukiko was trying to be coy, but I'm pretty sure that big bundle she was carrying was a box lunch she made for us. As to how it might taste, well, let's not get sidetracked. I'm sure we'd all have enjoyed it anyway. Eventually, I would have called Nanako over and we would have bought snacks together. There were things I wanted to buy from the Shiroku store, and maybe I could have made it to Sozai Daigaku in time to buy the rest of their special croquettes. Yeah, Junes is actually probably like festival art. Or like I don't know any or places that have food courts. Bro. Narukami is like, darn, I really wish I could have done everything that you can do in Inaba. I really wished while I was in Inaba it rained so I could go eat the rainy day meat bowl special. If the one who ruined my vacation and caused all these problems is the same person who stole Labrys, and if they've truly brought Nanako back into the TV world, I will catch them no matter what.
They're not getting away from me. Someone here? Again?
Bro. Margaret. Leave me alone. It looks like her nutcase of a sister isn't here. Margaret notices me looking and sighs, a seductive sound that also conveys annoyance.
It seems my sister has caused you some trouble. Though this may mean that I'm not the only one who is drawn to the light of your potential.
There's a hint of tenderness towards her sister in her words. Her sister must be important to her. I can tell from that look on her face. Do I look like that when I talk about Nanako? Margaret pulls herself together and speaks again.
You have gained new resolve by overcoming many doubts and falsehoods.
A new resolve. I find myself nodding along.
You have reached the threshold of truth. But man's hearts are mutable. That is why a resolve to continue fighting is more important than any one victory or defeat.
Yeah, I understand.
But this will be a difficult battle without end. Are you equal to the challenge?
The way she puts it makes it seem as if she was testing me. I don't respond immediately, and I think about the question. It would be lying to say that I'm not worried. I know that my heart can be swayed by change. There's no knowing what will happen from moment to moment. But even
if I have
then,
my friends, if I'm not alone, I can do it.
I see. I have heard your answer, but it's not enough. Remember what I told you before? The heart is shaken more by a single action than by 1,000 words.
how do I show what I've decided through my actions? It seems the number of invisible walls has decreased. Could this mean that the end is near? Just as I think that, I hear a familiar voice.
That's enough!
That was Miss President's voice. It was coming from the door to the announcement room. I finally made it. I opened the door to the announcement room and rushed inside.
You're finally here! Hello, Sensei! Congratulations! How does it feel to have won the P1 Grand Prix?
The general smirks at me as I pass through the door. Behind him, Miss President and Rise. When the two of them see me, Miss President looks confused, while Rise's face lights up with joy.
There you are, Senpai! You're late!
I have to stay cautious of the general, but I signal to the girls that everything will be alright now. The general is closer to them than I am. I can't afford to make any reckless moves just yet. And there's one more thing I need to know.
Teddy, where's Nanako?
I look around the announcement room, but Nanako is nowhere to be found. The general's face distorts with an ugly glee.
Nana-chan's right here. See?
Slowly, the general extends the arm that was held behind him. There he is. Hitting me with the "what game is this?" This is Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. And there was Nanako. Her arms are clutched to her chest as she slowly takes a few steps towards me, obviously frightened. After taking a step forward, I noticed something bizarre. The general disappeared? For a brief instant, my full attention had been focused on Nanako. The general had been standing directly behind her, but now he's gone. How could he have gone somewhere else that quickly, right in front of me, without me noticing it?
Bro.
While I'm confused about the general's disappearance, Nanako weakly calls out to me. Being in the TV world has obviously taken a toll on her. She totters. Okay. She totters towards me unsteadily, looking ready to collapse at any moment. As I reach out to her, Risa yells.
Senpai, no! Nanako-chan's not there!
Nanako's not here. What is she saying? She's right here. Just as I'm about to say so, my hand stops. Something's not right. I try to look into Nanako's face once more. And in her eyes, I saw madness.
Oh, so close! Just a little more and Sensei would have been a goner!
You bastard!
You've
What's
got it
going
wrong,
on?
Senpai! It's all been him from the beginning! He can make whoever's looking at him see him as someone else!
So he's not actually taking on other forms?
No, he's just distorting the things you see and hear!
That's right, the enemy is able to control what I see and hear. Yeah.
It's hard for me to show someone who isn't here. But you actually saw this Nanako girl? You're hopeless.
He couldn't deceive Risei's persona abilities. That's why he kidnapped her, to keep her from warning us during this tournament. Now that I know that, I push the general's cane away and jump backward toward the girls in order to distance myself away from him.
Who in the world are you?
You still can't tell? Seriously, the level of intelligence around here.
Damn, okay.
Fine then. Here, get a good look.
Whoa. That was kind of cool.
I am a shadow. The true self. That's my face.
I saw metal limbs, golden eyes, and a ponytail. And a mirror image of Miss President's face, though she was standing behind me, trembling.
How about it? You wanted to see what I am, didn't you? Why does she look like me?
Yeah, there you go.
That's its true form. That thing is your shadow.
This is a shadow? She really came from inside me?
Because this isn't the first time. While Miss President refuses to look at this mechanical-looking being, I now understand what's going on, because this isn't the first time I've seen a robotic girl before. The way she was able to run so fast without so much as breathing heavily, even in the TV world. The sense of wrongness that I had when Miss President asked me about killing my friends, the way she avoided telling me her name, the superhuman strength when she hit Chie and then incredible jump to get away from us, and the Shadow's ability to interfere with the senses of other people. Just as Margaret has said, all the pieces to the puzzle were laid out before me. They've all come together, and now I can see the truth. She is indeed Labrys. Labrys, another weapon with a heart, stolen by someone unknown and thrown into the TV world, created this school and forced us to fight our friends.
Labrys, don't look away. If you don't accept her, she'll get even stronger.
Miss Prez, Labrys, only shivers when I call out to her. There had been some reason why she believed she was the student council president, but that's just a disguise, more for herself than any of us. No matter how comfortable it is, it's only there to cloud her eyes from the truth.
I don't know what your past was like. It must have had some painful memories. But you have us with you now. We're going to get you out of here.
I call out to Labrys while keeping my eye on the shadow. A shadow is the darkness within a person's heart. Unless it is accepted by the person it came from, it will never disappear or forget. We'll have to protect her when the shadow goes berserk and tries to kill her. But Labrys continues to shake her head and tremble violently. My words aren't getting through to her.
You hear that, me? Your friend is trying to tell you something. Too bad he doesn't understand at all. His phones are so hopelessly naive. I wish I could have made them feel my pain. What it's like having to murder one another. That sadness and pain and anguish. Everything went black, and I was always left alone. I'm a weapon. A machine made only to fight. No human can understand my suffering. Stop! I've had enough. I'm human. I'm not like that.
This isn't good. I settle into a fighting stance, ready for anything, though I have a good idea what's going to happen.
Oh, you're still clinging to that? Then take a look at what you really are.
The shadow's eyes gleam with a golden light. The change begins immediately. A shimmer runs across Labrys' body, and instead of the normal human girl there had been a moment ago, she has a metallic body, just like her shadow.
No! No!
Labrys loses all composure and scratches at her arm, trying to tear away the metal that had appeared. There was more to her change than just her arms. Her legs, waist, chest, and even her head, everything not covered by her clothing was now obviously mechanical. The reality that she didn't want to face. There are no words we can say to her. No matter what we say, reality won't change. Labrys falls to her knees. In Walmart. Yeah, it is really funny. Labrys falls to her knees in Junes. And finally mutters the words I was dreading she'd say. To be continued. Oh, so I don't... Oh, yeah, because Labrys... You'll probably play a story as Labrys. And in that story, you'll probably fight Shadow Labrys. Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know what this episode P4 is. Like I'm guessing it's like a recreation of the story of the original story, maybe, but because when you go to the main menu, it says experience the story of episode P4, and it says experience the story of P4A. So I don't know. Let me look this up actually. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh wait, what the heck? Okay, so this is the order. You play P4A story mode, and once you complete all those stories, episode P4 is a sequel, or it takes place after the ending of the P4A story mode. Then, once you beat that, you unlock episode P3, and it's a retelling of the story through the perspective of the P3 cast. And then you unlock episode Adachi, and it's a story about Adachi after the events of Persona 4 Golden. Pretty interesting. Yeah, if you don't want to play it, I do plan on streaming all the story of P4AU, so...
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Why didn't they let me
This
play
place
as,
exists between dream
Igor,
and
bro?
reality, mind and
Did
matter.
you call for me?
Picture in your head your own appearance as well as your alter ego. Your
let's begin.
persona. I wish you good luck.
Yeah, it looks like it's a lot of content. To be quite frank, I was lied to when I looked it up. It said it was gonna be like a 10-hour beat, so I did want to play it. Because I kind of just want to play all the Persona spin-offs.
My turn, my turn, my turn.
All right, you want to see why I'm
Backing up.
interested in this character?
My attack,
It's because of that move
my attack.
and this move
Here, here.
and this move.
Won't you have some? My now up. Now up.
When I did the combo trial for Elizabeth
Bloody hell.
and I did this,
Bloody hell. Bloody hell.
oh dang it,
My attack. Bloody hell. My attack.
my life was changed.
Here, now up. My attack. Bloody hell. Won't you have some? Here, here.
It's so cool.
My attack. Backing up.
And what's even cooler is
Let's change things up.
this throw. The thing that's cool about this throw
My attack.
is, you know, it wants you to do like, it wants you to do stuff like this,
Mine's opening my deck.
right? But what I think is kind of cool about it, I don't know if you can get any like worthwhile follow-ups off this, but if you jump in the way of you,
Change things up.
it doesn't cause a side switch. You'll just be pushed with them.
Not enough.
So you can do like that.
Summoning. Thanatos. Summoning. My attack.
Kind of cool.
My attack. Change things up. Open my deck. My interest is piqued. Here is fire. Here are gusts of wind. I will shock you. Here is the freezing. Summoning.
Joker Elizabeth.
My attack. I will shock.
Not enough.
Let's change things up. My opening my deck.
Not enough.
Thanatos. Won't you have my attack? Thanatos. My bloody power. Let's change things up. My attack. Thanatos. Bloody power.
Dang it.
Summoning. My Thanatos. How mean. Warning. Now, my opening my deck. Warning. Now, opening my deck. You were sealed. You're frozen now. Thanatos.
Not enough.
Damn it.
Summoning. My attack.
Not enough.
Summoning. Now, persona. Thanatos. Thanatos. Now, up. Warning. Now, up. Summoning. Summoning. Won't you have my opening my deck? Summoning. My now, up. Summoning. My attack now. Summoning. Let's change things up. Now, my attack.
Not enough.
Oh wait, can I do that?
Here is the
Oh, I didn't know that. I can't do that move in the air.
My attack. Ha. You're frozen now. Won't you hear some freeze? Bloody hell. Won't you have some? Won't you have some? My attack.
Yeah, the regrab would be awesome.
Summoning. My attack. Won't you have my one?
But yeah, it doesn't work. I actually wonder if he doesn't air recover. I wonder if it works. I mean, not that anyone wouldn't air recover, but
Summoning. Summoning. Won't you have it? Let's change things up. Won't you have my summoning?
well, yeah. If you're playing against someone who doesn't know, you can air recover.
Won't you have my summoning? Now up here. Let's change things up. Bloody summoning. Warning. My bloody let's change Won't you have some summoning? Now, Venetos! Now, Venetos! Venetos! Bloody Pat! Venetos! Venetos! Maya Bloody Pat! Venetos!
You have to wait till it pulls back.
Bloody Pat! Maya summoning! Won't you have Maya? Let's change things up. Now, up!
Not enough.
Venetos! Now, Maya summoning! Venetos! Maya now, up some! Venetos! Won't you have... Let's change things up. Maya now, up summoning! Bloody Pat! Let's change things up. Now, up Venetos! Maya Bloody Pat! Venetos! Maya now, up! Let's change things up.
Not enough.
I like how the combo, I can't even think of what it's called.
Let's change things up.
Like the combo fall off. It's just so heavy towards the end.
Now, up one. Maya now, up. Let's change things up. Now, up. Maya summoning. Maya now, up. Venetos. Maya now, up. Summoning. Now, up one. My turn. You were seared. You were seared. My attack. You were seared. My your fate is in the cards. Persona, let's change things up. Persona, Venetos. Persona, summoning. Backing up, summoning. Venetos. My turn. Persona. 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 Opening my Thanatos. Thanatos. Opening my door. Thanatos. Thanatos. Won't you have opening my door?
Yeah, I don't really know what other character I'd play.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. Now,
Oh, I didn't even realize that Shadow
Introduce
Labrys
yourself.
is just straight up a different character.
Picture in your head your own appearance as well as your alter
Here
ego.
I come.
Your persona.
Pleased to meet ya.
Here goes.
Very well.
Here, stop! Hurry up! Go! Persona, let's fly! Stop! Here! Stop!
All right. Why does she have Mithra neutral here?
Here! Here! Stop! Stop! Here! Yeah! Here!
Let's do this.
Over here! Here! Over here! Here! Stop! Stop! Here!
What's wrong?
Yeah! Yeah! Let's fly! Hurry up! Stop! Here! Yeah! Let's go!
You know, I don't even have to give all her moves a shot to know I'm not interested.
this place exists between dream and reality.
Please leave it to
Mind.
me.
Picture in your head your own appearance as well as your alter ego. Your persona.
Oh, there's a Metis color.
I'm sure I can do this.
Where's the Shinjiro color? Oh, there it is.
Now, let's
Very
begin.
well.
That's nothing. Do it, Koromaru.
Wait, you use
Good job, Koromaru.
your persona buttons are Koromaru?
That's nothing.
What's wrong?
Do it, Koromaru. That's nothing. That's nothing. That's nothing.
What am I?
Koromaru. Do it, Koromaru. That's nothing. That's nothing.
What is happening?
Koromaru. That's nothing. Do it, Koromaru.
What's wrong?
Good job, Koromaru. Charge! Do it, Koromaru. Do it, Koromaru. That's nothing. Good job, Koromaru. Good job.
I can still see.
Oh, I forgot to put regen on. I ain't interested.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. This place exists between dream and reality.
Picture
Shall
in your
we
head
begin?
your own appearance as well as your ultimate.
I kind of wanted to try
your
Margaret
persona.
because she has Yoshitsune, which is one of my more liked demons from SMT, but I didn't like her.
Watch it, or you're gonna die.
I'm the Joker, baby.
Lend me your
I
strength.
wish you good luck.
I'm surprised there isn't a, what's it called color? Makoto color.
Great! How about this? Why bother? I see ya. Why bother? I see ya. How about this? Great! Why bother? I see ya. Why bother?
I'll show.
How about this? How about this? Why bother? Why bother? How about this?
All right. I am gonna call the stream there, but I will definitely be streaming more story mode for characters, and everything. Maybe I'll make a video about it too, but that I won't worry about that for a while because I have to beat it first. But yeah. Have a good night, sir.